Hi everyone, so we are going to be working on our second day of the OI sounds, which is another one of our diphthongs. And again, just a reminder that a diphthong are vowel sounds that work together to make a combination of sounds. We don't just make the one vowel sound or the other, we combine them to make a brand new sound. So we are going to be practicing some words, our read words, of course, and also some dictation sentences. So we'll be ready for all of those. And I am working on page 118. If you could please do the same in your book. So I'm going to go ahead and I will go through each of our words. We will write and rewrite. We will tap out our read words, and then we will check our sentences and write through them and make sure that we do a cups check as well. So I'll give you a minute to get set on your correct page, and then we'll get to writing. So the first word that we are going to work on today is the word boil. Good everyday word. It's a word that we use for cooking all the time. So B, O-I go together on the line, please, and then L. And then you could do your nice neat rewrite. Make sure that your tall letters are nice and tall. Make sure everything is resting on the line. The second word is spoil. So SP go together, OI of course, and then L, spoil. The next word is joint. So we have actually a couple body parts today, which kind of goes right with our assembly from the other day, right? Taking care of our body, making sure that we're being safe. So your joints are the things that help your arms and legs move, as well as parts of your hands. So joints. So the OI go together, and of course the NT as well. The next word is moist. So we have actually had it's a pertinent word, an important word for us, because we've had a lot of humid days where there's like a lot of moisture in the air. So moist. OI go together, of course, and ST, moist. The next word is a two-syllable word, and it's another good word having to do with taking care of the body and making sure if you do get a scrape or something, you may use this. It's called an ointment. So something like Vaseline or an antibacterial cream would all be an ointment. So something that we may be using more and more in the summertime. So OI go together, NT, M, E, and then NT together on the line. Ointment. Again, it has the texture of like a Vaseline or some of those antibiotic creams that you might need to use on a scrape. Hopefully you don't get too many of those this summer. The next word is also a two-syllable word, and it is a muscle. So keeping in our theme of taking care of the body, going along with our assembly, and this word is deltoid. It's actually it's your shoulder muscle, deltoid. So it looks like this. And almost everything gets its own line on this because we have each of those sounds separately except for that OI. So deltoid. Again, it's your top shoulder muscle. The next word is tabloid. It's a word that we still do use. We don't use it as much because it really had to do with a print magazine. Tabloids do still exist, but we just don't talk about them as much because so many people get their news online. But it is still a word that may come up from time to time. So tabloid. So T, A, B, see that small word tab in there, L, O, I, and D, tabloid. And the last one is also a two-syllable word. And the three letters at the end are the same as the other words that we just practiced. It is also in keeping with our theme of the human body today, and that word is thyroid. Thyroid. It's actually a part of your body that regulates your whole systems. So thyroid. So THYROIND. Thyroid. Okay, so TH go together. Y is obviously sounding like a long I, ROI, and then D, thyroid. So it's a gland, again, it's kind of here in your neck, and it helps regulate your body systems. Okay, and as we've been practicing, these are a bit of a review this week for our red words, so we'll get ready to tap them out. And the first one is that imposter red word, and that one is egg. So, of course, E, G, G. The next one is chose, CHOSE, chose. The next word is a three-syllable word, and that one is develop. So D, E, V, E, L, O, P, develop. The next one is heart, H, E, A, R, T. And last but not least, the last word is distance. So D, I, S, T, A, N, C, E, distance. And whenever you're ready, again, if you need to pause or stop the video to get those down, you can. And we'll go ahead and we'll tap those words out. So the first couple are short, and then we'll get a little longer with develop and distance. So let's load up the word egg. Ready? So load it up. Egg. Let's tap it out. E, G, G, egg. Let's try chose, right? Let's load that up. Chose. CHOSE, chose. Let's do develop. Ready? Let's load it up. Develop. 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 The next one is heart. Let's load that up. Heart. 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 And the last one is distance. Load it up. Distance. 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 Good job. And then whenever you're ready, we'll get ready for our sentences. So just as a reminder, this is going to be page 119. We'll get that set up. And then we'll get ready to write. The first sentence is, Marvin is content, that means happy, to cloister himself at home. So cloister, if you can imagine, is a little bit like the word quarantine, right? It's kind of like you would take yourself away and you just relax at home a little bit by yourself. So I'll read it one more time and then we'll write it. Marvin is content to cloister himself at home. So it's basically just saying Marvin is happy to do what we did during quarantine, just to relax at home. And again, the word content means happy, kind of in a relaxed way. Okay. And after you have written it down, make sure you do a cups check. Make sure you have a capital M for Marvin and for the beginning of the sentence, right? Both reasons. And we also want to make sure that we used all of our words correctly, that we have all of them down on the right line. This is a statement, so we want to make sure we have a period at the end. And then we want to make sure our spelling is correct, especially for those newer words like content and cloister. Okay, so if you're all set and all of these are correct, give yourself some checks in your cups check. And we'll get ready for the second sentence. Again, feel free to pause or stop the video if you need it. The next one is I will recoil, means step back or move back, if I see a rat, a snake, or a cockroach, right? So not our favorite animals, I would say. I will recoil if I see a rat, a snake, or a cockroach. So I want to point out something as we write this. I will recoil if I see a rat, comma, a snake, comma, or a cockroach. Now, we have a couple things to do for our cups check because we have to make sure there's an I at the beginning of a sentence and later on. And please also make sure that you have your commas, right? So there should be one after a rat and after the word snake. And if you've got those all down, then you can do your rewrite. Okay, and of course a period at the end of your sentence as well. And the very last sentence, again, pretty lengthy one, so we're going to scoop those phrases so we can remember it. The question is, did the coach exploit the players in order to benefit himself? Did the coach exploit the players in order to benefit himself? So the question is asking, usually a coach will do things to make the players feel positive and do a great job and work together. But this is basically saying perhaps the coach did something to get attention for the players that actually was really for him. And give that one a question mark because it is a question. So when you do your cups check, make sure you have your capital D, beginning of your sentence, and make sure you have a question mark at the end. And if it looks good, just give yourself a quick rewrite. Okay. And when you're all set, if you could please go into the rest of the activity and just take a quick pic of your writing, I would love to see it. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you for doing a great job.